Hello out there, vinyl community. A good evening to you. We're Thursday, as we say around the work where I work at. Friday Eve. Friday is just around the corner. Still a long ways away. Before I begin, I hope everyone has a great weekend. Welcome back to my channel, ProgHat. I'm Edward, and I'm back, as I'm going to be doing these videos every Thursday of going through my collection letter by letter, what I have. There's a lot of things I don't have, but hey, I'm happy what I do have. So today, this video is about, I am in part one, the letter B. Yep. I'm going to be showing the records that I own by a great hard rock and roll band, Bad Company. Been a fan ever since I heard the song on FM rock radio, Rock and Roll Fantasy. I almost went blank there. I was going to call it something else. I was going to call it Desolation Angels, but that doesn't make no sense. It doesn't go Desolation Angels. I don't believe it's mentioned in the lyrics of that song. But, you know, I have fond memories back when it was FM radio, rock and roll, hard rock, before later on, as we know, it's a lot of these radio stations called FM classic rock radio. I liked it better when it was FM, you know, and you just knew that you were going to go to listen to great rock and roll, hard rock, you know, that sort of thing. But I kind of feel like classic rock radio, classic, it's just sort of, I don't know, with me, what is the word I'm looking for? The words I'm looking for, has worn out its welcome. You know, I miss when it was just FM rock and roll. Anyway, enough of that saying. I just remember growing up in a small town in Texas, and in the evening time listening to the radio, and Rock and Roll Fantasy came on. I was like, who is that? So I went and bought the little 45. And lo and behold, here I am. Love pretty much every album. After that, I'm not really familiar with those records, you know, like Holy Water, and I think that's what it's called. And some of the later records when they had a different singer. I'm a big fan of Paul Rogers. He is one of the best rock blues vocalists of all time. I mean, you know, a while back in the vinyl community, people were doing those videos about, like, you know, who would you have in your all-star rock and roll band? And for mine, lead vocal wise, it would be Paul Rogers singing lead vocals for sure. I mean, he's a great singer. I saw him with The Firm and Jimmy Page back in, I forget when it was, when The Firm went on tour for their first album. He was great live, and so was Jimmy Page. And, you know, he also sung some songs on one of the Death Wish soundtracks, if I've got that part of the story right, which I don't own any of those. But anyway, the band was formed in the 70s, Bad Company. From what I remember, some were from the band Free, and some members were from Moth the Hoople. Now, correct me if I could get corrected on this, so let me know in the comments. But they're just a great, hard, classic blues rock band. So let me just show the records that I do have in my collection. I got Bad Coal. I got another copy of this somewhere. I couldn't find it. But I have 2 copies of this. This is just a great rock and roll album. Classic. Hey, I said it. And just about every song from beginning to end is super good. Very, very good. Of course, I got this real nice copy. I don't know if you can see it, where somebody must have used it as a, what do you call it? A clipboard to write on. So I got the clipboard write-on edition, which is, hey, rock on, right? Someone appreciated this album a lot. Moving on, Seagull is such a great song. Bad Company, remember the TV show? I believe it was on ABC. Bad Company, they used that song as part of the beginning of the show, the theme song. Next, this is my favorite album of their discography. This is Straight Shooter. That's my favorite album of theirs. It's just good from beginning to end. Would like to get the deluxe CD edition just to see what the other disc, what other kind of goodies they give you. But another record that's just good from beginning to end. Feel Like Making Love is just going to be one of those songs that it's just a classic rock song. One of my favorites is the closer, and that's Call on Me. That's just a great, great song. But used this record when I entered a Miss 80s Beth's contest, Blackjack 21. But didn't even realize at the back, all this right here. Didn't realize that maybe I could have made 21 from these dice. Anyway, all the records pretty much are on Swan Song Records. I think those later ones that I was trying to remember the names might have been on Atlantic Records, but I don't know. Now, this next album is one that I want to get the deluxe edition on vinyl. Now, I know I've said in the past that I don't have to have those bonus tracks on vinyl, but for some reason, I want the vinyl. I think it's 2 or 3 LPs, but I don't remember. But it's their 1976 album, Burning Sky. You're probably going, maybe, where's the other 1976 album, Running with the Pack, or Run with the Pack? I don't have it, but I'll be getting it pretty soon. This is the inside cover. I think this is just amazing artwork. Kind of almost reminds me of a little bit of Houses of the Holy. This is such a great record too. I mean, besides Burning Sky, there's some other great songs like Morning Sun, like Water, and Everything I Need, and the Master of Ceremony. That's such a great song too as well. So in 76, they put out 2 records. Run with the Pack, Burning Sky. Don't know why. I don't know if it was some kind of obligation. And the last record I have in my collection, because after this, I don't have Rough Diamonds, but I do want Rough Diamonds. I personally like Rough Diamonds. I do remember there are some songs that have some horns on them. I'm busting out Desolation Angel. It's just a great record. Artwork done by Hypnosis. This is such a great record too. There's a man right there. Paul Rogers. Another great gatefold album cover. Looks like the place that Robert Plant pulls up and when he's driving his car or drives by in that video Big Log, that song. Y'all remember that? That's what I think of when I see that scene. But Desolation. But this album is another good one. Every one of the songs are good on here. Like She Brings Me Love, Rhythm Machine, Oh Atlanta, Lonely for Your Love, Evil Wind, Early in the Morning, Gone, Gone, Gone. This was the B-side of Rock and Roll Fantasies, and I used to play that one quite a bit. Crazy Circles, Rock and Roll Fantasy. That's a great song to start off the record there. So that's my small collection of Bad Company records. I don't have anything of CD. I don't think I do. I didn't find anything. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. I want to, again, thank everyone who subscribes to the channel. Please leave me a comment. Hit the thumbs up. And I'll be back and pull something else from the letter B in my collection back here. Take care, everybody, and have a great rest of your week and a great Friday. The sky burning